we go.
Hello. Morning. We are going to be right there. Those people.
It's on the first side of it right there.
What is going on, guys? I am extremely excited right now because Logan and I are finally back out on a trip together. It has been a long time, since early mid-spring, and we are on Cranberry Lake. And now we're looking for our first campsite of the trip. Here's the campsite. It's really nice. Bunch of open spots for tents, a lot of spots for hammocks. Nice fire pit back here. But this is not the nice part of this campsite. The nice part of this campsite is up here in the rooftop deck. In this $5 million view. Not 1 million, it's 5 million. Look at that. Got another fire pit right here, which I'm sure Logan is going to redesign.
Build it up a little bit on it.
It's pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. It feels, this is a big lake and there's houses on it. From this campsite, there's no houses in sight, no development, and it feels like we have the whole lake to ourselves right now.
Yeah, it feels remote, man. It is really, this is...
Now we're about to make some cheeseburgers. Logan and I, we bought this carbon steel Merton stock frying pan, 12-inch frying pan. It's pretty nice. But it's supposed to be pre-seasoned, but we're going to season it up with some ghee and then get those burgers on it. Build these burgers up. And we're going to go find a nice place to eat these. Right, guys, check this stuff out. A company called Ogery, or Ogery, I don't know how it's pronounced, O-G-E-R-Y. Sent us this really awesome fan. It works great. I ran this thing for 2 nights straight in low setting and the battery was barely dead at all. It's got a 20,000 milliamp battery. It's got a 3-stage light. It oscillates. You can hang it from the top or the bottom. It's going to be really good in the hot tent this winter too.
Oh yeah.
And they sent us this light on this telescoping tripod. These flare out and point forward, and it'll light the whole camp out. So this thing's pretty awesome, and we'll show you guys this later on when it gets dark. They're both pretty big and bulky, but for a base camping trip like this, they're perfect. They're going to be great for ice fishing, winter camping in the hot tent.
This thing is bright.
Yeah, this light's a game changer. It's going to light the whole camp up.
I can't even remember how many lights, and it is definitely, it's great for recording too.
Yeah.
If you come out and you want to record and make some content, make some good videos, I think this is going to be well worth having.
Yeah, anything you do, you can put this right in the middle. It lights everything up.
Yeah.
And it goes
it's
down.
Great for early in the morning. You're loading up your truck or anything like that for camping. It's good to have.
Yeah.
Nice little tool.
Yep, this screws off there too, so you can just have this plane. I think it's even got a magnet on the bottom of it.
Yep.
So it's pretty nice. We'll be showing you that later. And yeah, the fan. Paul saw the fan when I was on the trip with Paul in July, and he went out and bought one right away.
Right here. Is that loon? Yeah, there's a loon right here. See his bubbles?
Logan's on a fish already. We just started trolling.
Right, got something on already. I don't know what it is. Came out of the water for a second. Let's see here. Oh, he just jerked got off.
It's alright. It looked like a small. He looked like about a 13-incher. This lake is so beautiful. I can't believe we haven't seen a house since we left the narrow channel, the narrow bay back there. Way back.
All right, we're on again. The spinners are catching them. Just a little guy, not even worth netting.
We got a fish. I saw him surfacing, eating some bugs over here. Little smallie. Little smallie. Nice.
Alright, just a little guy. Nothing too special. Still fun to catch. Thank you, sir.
Three smallies tonight. We're paddling back to camp. Maybe we'll get another one or two. Tomorrow we're going to head down the lake that way to the main lake. Whoa, little fighter. Largie on this rock sitting over here. This one's a little nicer, it feels like. No, it's just a smallie. Smallie. The sky's amazing right now. It's just pink and blue and wavy. Just gonna fill up some water bottles quick. Got a new water bottle. Went back to the Be Free with an activated carbon tablet in it. After getting sick like that, I was kind of a little worried about my water filter. Just to be safe, I got a new one. Fill a couple of these bottles and cap some of my filter.
Well, John and I are heading back to the campsite right now. Perfect evening out. Look forward to getting a little fire going and chilling. Perfect night. Not too hot, not too cold.
Logan and I are all packed up. Tent's gone, hammock's gone. Made the first run back to the boats, which is a good ways, a couple 100 meters probably. And we're just finishing up here. We're gonna make coffee and breakfast at the next campsite. We want to beat the heat.
That's it for this site. Even though John and I don't want to leave this site, we want to get out here to the bigger water and explore the rest of the lake. Check out some of these other sites. I'm sure we'll find another beautiful one.
I picked up something. I think it feels very big though. My guess it's a little smallie. Oh, he popped off right there. Good. It was like a 10-inch smallie.
Oh, there we go. Fish on. Alright, well, I didn't show him, but he popped off when I got the hook out of his mouth. Just a little bass, little smallie. I'm excited to get over to the campsite and check these sites out on the island. Quick update. We stopped and checked this site out, which it is beautiful. This is a really nice site too. I like any sites on rock croppings, they're really nice. The downfall to them is the put in to get in and out, get your gear out. It's a little slippery, so makes things a little tricky. And also, as we were sitting there debating on if we were going to stay there or not, a couple pulled up that we saw them on the other side of the lake, and he had just caught a fish, and so we talked to them for a second, but he was paddling back over this way and told us we have a couple of visitors and explained that they watched a sow with her 2 cubs paddle across this channel right in front of you right here. He said he looked at them with his binoculars, and they were definitely, and they paddled over to the island. So this is the location where that guy said the bear was heading to, which is Camp 23.
We decided to share the island with the bears. Pretty nice campsite here, it's open. We're way out on a point. Nice view from the fire pit. We're both going to camp back here. Stay a little close to each other. My guess is those bears are going to take it. They won't even be on the island very long.
For breakfast today, we're going to do these Hungry Jack. We have those rehydrated, and John's just boiling up some water to do his press. We've never had these hash browns, so first time trying them, see how they are. John and I are just getting ready to go on a day trip. We'll go paddle across a deep part of this lake and head over to Trout Pond and portage up there. So I'm gonna eat some kiwis, get some sugar in me, and we're getting all packed up, almost ready to go here.
Let's do it.
I didn't think I had a fish on, but I knew it was acting funny. My lure just pole wasn't wobbling right, and I reeled it in, and it was a little tiny thing. I think it's probably 3 inches. Hopefully he lives on.
We just completed a really long open water paddle. Took us about an hour. Logan had 1 small fish on. I had a couple of little short bites. But that's pretty surprising. I thought we'd get into at least a few fish on the way over here. We just got into the bay where the portage is, we think. I don't see a portage sign. but it looks pretty steeply uphill. We didn't bring yokes, we only brought the wheels. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get up in there. All right, we got about 300 meters up the trail, maybe even less, and it's just going steep uphill, lots of blowdown. So we decided to leave the boats here. We're gonna bring rods up, some fishing stuff, and a paddle. And we're gonna walk up to the pond, check it out. All right, Logan and I made it up to Hedgehog Pond, and it is beautiful, small, secluded. Pretty nice little campsite right on the end of it, and there's some stash boats here, so good thing we brought a paddle. So we're gonna go and loop this thing a couple times and see if we can get some brookies. You ready?
Yes, sir. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Doing some pretty simple fishing out here. Bobber and a worm. I got a little jig head with a plastic. The boat's too big to troll with a double-bladed paddle. But this pond is really nice.
This is some of my favorite places to go, in these little remote ponds like this.
Yeah. No bites. Kind of expected that though. It's hot. A few little fish were surfacing, but in this pond is, by the look of the rocks, it's down at least 2 feet.
We will be back.
Yeah.
We will be back with our canoes, fish finder, because there's deep pull out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can see on these rocks, the line on the rocks, how high it is, 2.5 feet, and it goes all the way back into that marshy area. It's all dried up there. There's some flows that come in and out of here that are all dried up too. Seemed like, anyways. Did you hear anything flowing?
Nothing.
I didn't hear it either.
Dried out
Yeah.
bad.
You can see here where the stream usually runs down. It splits right here at this giant boulder right in the middle of it. That's kind of crazy. It's like almost, it's really round. It splits into two and it flows right through here. It's just completely dried up. I bet you it's not too often this thing is completely dry like this.
No.
Not a trickle.
Water anywhere.
We're back on the lake. We have the long paddle back to our island. And lucky for us, the sun's out and it's super hot. I dipped my hat, my neck gaiter. Hopefully it gets back behind some of these clouds soon. That was a fun way to break up the day. It was a lot of work, but I enjoyed it.
Alright, we're on. It's a bass, but we'll take anything. Make sure this hook is set. Whoa. I'll get him in the net this time. Oh, bass. We'll take them. That's the biggest one I've caught this trip so far. Thank you, bud. Trying to stay down. Look at the fighter. Same size as that last one. Not mad, not mad. Thank you, buddy.
Went over a nice fish on the finder. I thought if we had a shot at any fish, it would be that one, and we got him. It feels like a decent, probably a smallie. We got him about 21 feet of water on a rocky pile. So definitely a smallie. Oh yeah, it came right up to smallie. It's not even a nice one. Ooh. Oh, bud. Little smallie. He's a good fighter for his size. Holy cow. Oh, you brought that piece of wood.
Yeah. Yep, I was like, all right, I got that. And you okay by seasoning the steak, sir?
Yes, sir. Pretty nice to cook your pierogies too, huh? Beautiful. We leaving gas?
I got a whole nother.
The sunset just keeps getting better, guys. One of the reasons I came here was to hopefully get into a few big fish. That didn't happen. The other reason I came here was to see some big open water sunsets, and it didn't disappoint. Wow, how nice is that? Nicest one of the year, I think, for sure. Not even think. Pretty nice night.
Perfect job, man.
I've been waiting for an evening like this for a while, you know.
I can see the stars too.
Oh yeah, that's a big dipper right in front of us. That's right.
They ain't coming
Right
out.
of our campsite. We are out of there. Heading back to where we came from, Wanakena area. We're gonna fish the shallows a little bit more than we did yesterday. And we're off to our next and final campsite. But so far, 2 nights, 2 amazing campsites. So hopefully we get a third one.
Well, let's start heading back to where we came from. But we'll hit the other side, check the other sites out. And the color change is already happening. That is wild. The earliest I've seen up here. Probably because it was such a dry summer, you know.
Picked up a fish pretty quick. I think it's a small smallie. Same thing we've been catching. Little guy.
Hooked up. Nothing big, but at least the skunk is off. I'm not gonna lie, folks, when I catch these things, I almost wish they'd pop off. Alright, just another bass.
Logan and I stopped and checked out campsite 27. we weren't paddling very long, but we thought if it was a spectacular campsite, we'd stop and stay at it because it looked pretty fishy around it. It was a pretty nice campsite, but not nice enough for us to stop so soon. So we're back in the boats and we're on to the next one.
So, 28, Janix Landing. I mean, not a horrible campsite. Plenty of tent spots. But fire pit is needs a little work, not horrible. Put it isn't too bad, but we're not going to take it. We want something with a better view, and if it has a picnic table, that is always a bonus. So I think we're going to head back down into the river.
We're picky.
Yeah, we're picky.
Without losing too much more gel coat. Oh, there's a little bit.
I think this is what we're gonna call it. It looks fishy back here. Tons of stumps, weeds. So we're at least gonna eat here and do some fishing. We'll probably stay back here. It's nice and peaceful. It's quiet. Won't hear boats ripping by. This is a beautiful sight. It's really peaceful back here. Nice view. A little marshy. Really nice back here. Black Duck Hole. Our plan for right now is to cook this massive breakfast, make some biscuits, turkey sausage and gravy, and some eggs. Never done this before, cooked the biscuits like this. Done it over the fire, but I think they'll be fine. A little bit of ghee here. I think we got the best method. There's no way you're gonna get this whole biscuit cooked all the way through. So I had to break them into little pieces. This one I kind of stretched out. I'm gonna turn the stove way down. Yep, go. A little jelly. Want some, bro?
Yeah, I'll do a piece. Just a little bit of jelly though. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Some turkey sausage.
Got the eggs going.
Oh, that's grub. I decided to make some little sandwiches out of the bread instead of making the gravy up.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this.
Mm-hmm. A little too mucky back here. Moving on. Paddling way into the back part of this bay here. We'll exploring areas like this. And this is the other campsite over here, 31, which is pretty nice. Say 30 is number 1, and then 31, and 29. If I was coming back here and had to choose. Got a nice little fishing line music going in the wind. So cool back here.
Oh, they're a little smallie. This is the littlest one yet, I think.
Making our way out of Black Duck Hole now. Across the open lake. Head back into the river. A little mucky back there, but I guarantee there's pike in there. Back to where we started. Not completely, but back here to campsite 42. Wow, just look at that color change. Already. Looks beautiful. Holy cow. Probably the next couple of weeks when I come up here, it'll be peak. We're at campsite 41, the lean-to. I'm gonna go ahead and get unloaded and we're gonna stay here.
This lean-to, if you were gonna have a candle that said Adirondack scent, it would be the inside of this lean-to.
This is a good campsite.
Perfect place for it.
Most of these trees are blocking the wind.
Good and shaded.
Yep.
Got a lean-to. Nice view above the water.
Yeah. All right, guys, so we want to come back to one final review on this at the end of the trip. So the first full trip we've used it on. We brought out and done a few things with it, but we want to give you guys a review. Pretty easy to open. You just push the button, it slides down, and then easily extends, and it goes pretty high. I can't remember what the actual height of it is, and a couple of things. Wish it had a carrying case. We'll break it back down just so you guys can see the actual size and put it together. We're using a Crown Royal bag just to keep it somewhat protected while we're transferring it. It has a hook on the bottom, so you can pull that out. Has magnets, and then it just simply twists on. So it's got a 10,000 milliamp battery built into it. So you really can use it to charge things as well. A couple things John and I noticed was that this was great to have, because usually we're wearing our headlamps, and when we talk to each other and we have them on, we're always blinding each other. So this would be great for larger parties that are going out camping. It's also great for things like processing wood. You don't got to wear the headlamp while you're cooking.
One of the nice things we like is you can have it directional, just point it one way, or you can have it put in the middle of your camp 360 degrees around, and everybody just has light in all directions.
Yep.
Which is really nice.
So far we've used it a little over an hour each night, right? A little over an hour.
Yeah, over an hour.
Over an hour, maybe an hour and a half each night, and it's survived. We're gonna use it another hour and a half and see basically if it's a good, 3-night product to bring out. So
with no charge, one charge.
Yeah, with
3 nights.
Yep. 3 nights, not bad.
And then the fan, we showed you the fan. We used it. The fan works great. 20,000 milliamp battery. It's got about 5 speeds on the fan. It oscillates, and it has a light with 3 brightnesses. Pretty nice.
Just to give you some size comparison, break this thing down, and then just to put this back up, you gotta push that again. Clicks back in, and this is the size, just so you can see size comparison. Here's one of the larger propane tanks, so it is rather big. It's a chunky piece of equipment. You're not going to want to be doing a bunch of portages with it probably, but great for base camping and things like that. Or if you got a hunting camp or something, this one would be awesome for that.
If you do like it, there's a discount code. I'll put it right here, and I'll put it in the description of the video. Time to get out and do a little evening fishing. Come see the sunset. We've been just sitting around relaxing, having a nice rest day after the long paddle this morning. beautiful out now. So let's go unsuccessfully fish. Two blow-ups. He missed them both. No fish. It's crazy because we're fishing islands. There's stumps sticking up. We fished rock piles in like 20 feet of water. All the places where you would think there's fish. Nothing. We caught some, I mean, tiny little bass, but nothing substantial. Going in, we're gonna make dinner.
Alright, first time using the pan on open fire. Looks like it's going to heat up a lot more evenly like this than on the burner.
Some broccolini and cheese imported pasta meal from Italy. Some green beans. It'll be a good dinner in that.
Oh yeah. One more good sear, it should be ready.
We got our first rain of the trip. Good light rain happening. Not bad. Kind of feels good.
Yeah, it feels nice. Oh wow. Very good. Mm-hmm. Garlic butter never fails, man. Mm-hmm. Top of the morning, folks. John and I slept in till about 7. Got packed up and I'm gonna hit the water. Nice light little breeze. Be a beautiful paddle out. But before that, before we leave, let's do a little recap. What did we do all on this trip real fast? All right, so we came down Wanakena Road and we first came and checked this put in out right here. We parked down here. You can go across the bridge right here and park over here. But you got to drop your gear off at this put in and then go park. And we paddled up here, checked these campsites out on the way, which right now we're at 41. We looked at these, paddled around, and stayed our first night at 43. And then next morning we woke up, paddled all the way down here, up around this entire island, because someone that was at that point, the site we wanted. Kind of a dark site, nice right on the point, but doesn't get much sunlight, so it kind of worked out. Paddled around here, heard a story about a few bears, which was pretty interesting, and we ended up staying at site 25. Later that day, we paddled all the way across the lake over to Hedgehog Bay, and we did that quick portage into Hedgehog Pond. Unlucky there, didn't spend too much time, about an hour, and we decided to head back, paddled across, did a little fishing around these islands, came back into site 25, and then we got up the next morning, paddled way down here, checked out site 27, 28, and paddled down into Black Duck Hole, where we ended up having breakfast or lunch, whatever you want to call it, brunch at site 30, and checked this area out. Really nice. And then we basically finished up our breakfast lunch yesterday, paddled out of here, and paddled to site 41. And now we're about to head back down to the put-in, or the takeout now. All right, guys, we really appreciate you all watching. Hope you enjoyed the trip. Until next time, guys. Take care and be well.
Thank you.
It's always hard to leave when it's this nice out. I'm looking forward to getting some food in Wanakena.